guys, welcome back to my channel. This is DotCom Secrets Part 2. If you're new here, my name's Ben and I'm going to start a business. I'm currently following the advice of Ali Abdaal's YouTube video and building my knowledge by reading 4 books about business. Just before we get into it, in my last 2 videos I tried a new style of being very direct and to the point at the camera just to get the information across, but it felt pretty unnatural, so I'm going back to just the vibe of me chatting to the camera about what I'm learning as I go. So yeah, let's get into it. Before reading this book, I knew absolutely nothing about funnels. I'd probably heard about them once or twice and sort of vaguely knew they had something to do with marketing, but I always thought it'd be one of those things that I didn't really need to know about, because after all, if they were that important, surely I'd have come across them at school or been taught them. But all it takes is reading one book and now I'm starting to notice them everywhere. While even the author is a little bit fuzzy about what a funnel actually is, I'm going to try and define it for you here. So my definition of a funnel is that it's a system or a process that your customers will go through, which will make them more likely to buy your product. Now, I talked about the value ladder in last week's video, which I'll try and link here, but if you haven't seen it, to recap, imagine you have 4 products that you want to sell to your customers, and the first is worth 0 to £10, the second in the range of £50, the third in the range of £200 or £300, and then the fourth, your big ticket items, are worth £2,000 or more. The funnels you need at each level of the value ladder are going to be different, and so without further ado, here are the only 10 funnels you'll ever need. Funnels at the cheapest level of the value ladder are called lead funnels, and we have 3 types. The first is a lead squeeze funnel, which is basically a web page which has the aim of getting the email address of your customers so that you can contact them in future, and in return you will give them some value for almost free or maybe a small price. The second type is a survey funnel, and this is effectively a quiz where your customer will fill out a survey in order to find out something about themselves, and in return for their email, again, you will send them their results. And lastly, a summit funnel, which is where you host a free online conference where you'll provide some value to your customers and then basically upsell to a more valuable and higher cost product at the end. At the next level of the value ladder, think in the £50 range, we have unboxing funnels. The first is a book funnel, and the aim here is to provide lots of value to your customer through a book or an audiobook, which is relatively cheap, and then at the end of that they'll want more value from you and they'll be willing to spend more for it. The next is a cart funnel, which is a simple mechanism to offer your customer the chance to spend more money with you. So once they've got your product in their cart, you offer them a one-time offer where they can spend more money to get more value by buying another product. Lastly is a challenge funnel, and think achieve goal X in time Y for your customers. And so once they've seen the results and they're happy with you, they'll be more willing to work with you and spend more money on your products. At the next level up in the value ladder, we have 3 more funnels, which are called presentation funnels, and think again in the sort of £200 range. The first is a video sales letter funnel, and the aim here is just to have a simple web page with a video scrolling with text. And so your customer is seeing effectively your presentation, your pitch in order to get the explanation of the product and what value you're going to provide to them. The next is a webinar funnel where you effectively give a live online presentation explaining your product, and this can also be automated or recorded and shown in future. And the last of these is a product launch funnel, and the aim here is to take your previous presentation and break it down into smaller chunks, and then you can send these out to your customers every few days, and then the last video you send them gives them the opportunity to purchase your offer. And last of all, at the highest tier of value ladder, think £2,000 or more, we have an over-the-phone funnel called an application funnel. And this is basically where you get your customers, your potential customers, to fill out a form explaining why they are a good fit to work with you. And so the aim here is to really filter out the customers that are unlikely to buy, and you'll only get the people that are already really interested. And so that's where you can put your time and your resource into making the phone calls and potentially getting some high ticket sales. So that was a quick run through of the 10 funnels in DotCom Secrets. And as usual with a short video, it's impossible to go into the detail or the depth that the whole book does, so I highly recommend reading it because it's really good, and now I feel like I have some understanding of funnels. Next week I'm going to be reviewing the last of Ali Abdaal's book recommendations, which is $1 Million Weekend by Noah Kagan, which is a step-by-step process to launch your first potentially $1 million business. I'll see you there.